Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise for the entrance of the 2016 University of Saskatchewan graduates?
Would the graduates please turn and face the platform? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spring Convocation 2016. Would you please join our vocalist, Danielle Sange, in the singing of O Canada, and then please remain standing for the invocation.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This came from Hindu scriptures for the goddesses of intellect. I'll chant the mantra and then afterwards I'll tell the meaning. Om Yaschandasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Amritaat Sambhabuva Samendro Medaya Sprunoto Amritasya Deva Dharano Bhuyasam Sariram Me Vicharshanam Jifva Me Madhumattama Karna Abhyamburi Vishruvam Brahmana Kososhi Medayapi Hritaha Shrutam Me Gopaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May He, the Lord, all preeminent among the Vedas, bless me with wisdom. May I be adorned with the knowledge of Brahman that leads to immortality. May my body become strong and vigorous to practice meditation. May my tongue always utter delightful words. May I hear much with my ears. May I never forget that I have learnt. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you.
Please be seated. Once again, graduands and distinguished guests, welcome. I am Elizabeth Williamson. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the platform party that you see before you. So beginning with the front row, on my left and your right, Russell Eisinger, Registrar and Director of Student Services. Patty McDougall, Vice Provost, Teaching and Learning. Grit McCreath, University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. Bronwyn Eyre, MLA Saskatoon, Stonebridge, Dakota. Ernie Barber, Provost and Vice President Academic. President Peter Stoichev. Chancellor Blaine Favel. Cindy Blackstock, today's honorary degree recipient. Marie Batiste, Distinguished Professor, College of Education. Beth Horsberg, Dean, College of Nursing. Jerry Uswak, Dean, College of Dentistry. In our second row, three of our orators, Richard Devon, Wendy Klingenberg, and Lee Pennick. Four of our senators, Jordan Robertson, Jim Pulfer, Lori Eisinger, and Jeannie Alexander. Michael Hayden, University of Saskatchewan Retirees Association. Kusum Sharma, Vice President, Graduate Students Association. John Guy Penny, Northlands College. Carla Hardcastle, Northlands College. Nita Dick, Dean of Nursing, Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Hope Belinsky, Associate Dean, College of Nursing. Phil Woods, Associate Dean, College of Nursing. Mary Ellen Andrews, Associate Dean, College of Nursing. Lynn Jansen, Associate Dean, College of Nursing. And Ken Sutherland, Associate Dean, College of Dentistry. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan, would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administration, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they have done by supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates. We acknowledge the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and the homeland of the Métis on which we have gathered for this event. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Please stand as you are able for the honor song.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Those of you who have read the program will be wondering why Cindy Blackstock looks like me, but we're saving the best for after me. My name is Peter Stoichev. I'm privileged to be the president of this wonderful university and to give some introductory remarks to set the scene for what I know you're all waiting for, and that is to watch your sons and daughters, your friends and family members cross this stage. And even though I know, because there's so many of you, that it's just going to be a few valuable seconds in each case, I know how important it is, as a parent myself of a university graduate, how important it is to see that happen. And my remarks are intended to make it as special as possible by saying a few things about how wonderful this university is and what an achievement it is to get a degree here. So, eminent Chancellor, graduates and families, honored guests, I thank all of you who are here today to be part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history. In particular, I want to acknowledge the many faculty on the stage who are the heartbeat of this university, the wonderful drummers, the Buffalo Boys, Cindy Blackstock, our honorary degree recipient, MLA Bronwyn Eyre. It's always wonderful when a provincial government representative is here. We value that very much. Thank you for your time. The presence of everybody here demonstrates the significant place that the University of Saskatchewan holds in the hearts and the souls of the people of this province, this city, Canada, and beyond. We're here to celebrate a milestone in the lives of the graduates who will soon cross this stage. We're proud of them. They're proud of what they've done. Life is richer when we can collectively acknowledge success and hard work and rites of passage such as this one today. We're also here because this university has brought us together. And a university is a wonderful thing, not to be taken for granted. It's a great experiment in the ongoing conversation that we call democracy. And when I read the news each day, and I'm sure many of you share this feeling with me, and when I see how fast the world is changing, I'm convinced that universities are needed now more than they ever have been, and that the University of Saskatchewan is needed now more than it has ever been. That what the people crossing this stage today, strengthened by what they've learned here, will go on to do in their lives will matter immensely to our collective futures. And to the graduates, you're getting your degree today. You've succeeded in that. I have the opportunity to congratulate every one of you at the end of the stage when we get to that point. Take the time to enjoy what you've accomplished, revel in it, boast about it, even feel smug about it. And when those 5 minutes are up, take a lot more time to thank your spouses and your partners, your dads and your mums, your grandparents, your friends, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, communities, elementary school teachers, high school teachers, faculty members you've appreciated, classmates who helped you out, because you don't achieve something this big without a lot of help along the way. I know you know that. There are lots of graduates sitting in seats just like you are, in auditoriums just like this one across the country, getting university degrees today. But let me say a few things on the threshold of this university celebrating its 110th anniversary next year. Let me say a few things about a U of S degree. This university is the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy technology that revolutionized cancer treatment 65 years ago and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients around the world. Right here. The casing for that machine actually was built in an auto body shop just around the corner from where we are now. And U of S medical researchers built the concept for it. Some of the country's most formative political leaders got their degrees here. Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, Governor General Ray Natishin, Premiers Devine and Romano and Calvert and Wall. People who went on to win Nobel Prizes were here. Henry Tobey was a graduate student in the chemistry department. Gerhard Hertzberg was a faculty member in the physics department. Writers such as Sharon Butala were here. She wrote Perfection of the Morning, three-time Governor General's Award winner Guy Vanderhaeg. Actors like Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy. Business leaders such as Brett Wilson and Murray Edwards, Aboriginal leaders like our Chancellor Blaine Fable, former chief of the FSIN, and Lester Lafond, a formidable influence on the development of the Aboriginal business community in Saskatchewan. Annie Mackay, first Aboriginal graduate of this university. Influential people in our justice system, such as Medicare author and Supreme Court Justice Emmett Hall and Federal Chief Negotiator Tom Malloy, former Chancellor of this university. Athletes and coaches, such as Diane Jones-Konahowski and Mike Babcock, Willie Desjardins, Dave King. At last week's YWCA Women of Distinction Awards banquet, 33 of the 55 nominees were from this university. We're seen as a research leader in the country, with Canada's only synchrotron, where we figured out how to produce medical isotopes using high-energy X-rays from a particle accelerator rather than with a nuclear reactor. There is a huge national and international demand for these isotopes, due in part to the closure of the reactor in Chalk River. We've got one of the world's most advanced vaccine research facilities at Vito Intervac, and a cyclotron that will shortly be providing medical isotopes to the Royal University Hospital, a fitting homage to that Cobalt-60 work that went on here over half a century ago. Our Global Institute for Food Security will help to feed a hungry world. Our Global Institute for Water Security will help us understand floods and droughts. Our Humanities and Fine Arts will explore human expression and keep us interpreting. All of these things will help make the world a better place. All of them matter. I want to say a little bit about the two colleges whose graduates will be crossing the stage today. The College of Dentistry was established in 1965. It offers a fully accredited dental program with a proud tradition of excellence. In addition to teaching and service, the college has a strong commitment to research. Innovative learning, research, and clinical experiences are provided for students during the academic year. Its mission is to educate dentists to provide high-quality oral health care to the people of Saskatchewan and to advance clinical and scientific knowledge through research. And the College of Nursing is a leader in distributed learning education. There's much more I can say about it, but I'll say this. There are full campuses of faculty, staff, and students in Saskatoon, Regina, and Prince Albert, and entire undergraduate programs in Saskatoon, Regina, Prince Albert, Yorkton, Isle-la-Crosse, and La Ronge. The master's program is fully distributed, meaning anyone with an internet connection can access it. The college has achieved a long-term goal to have proportional Aboriginal representation in its student body, and the next goal is to increase graduate student numbers. The college's students have earned marks above the provincial and national averages for the National Council of Licensure Examinations in Nursing, the new standardized test for nursing graduates in both Canada and the United States. We have in total 17 colleges and schools at this university, and with that we have more disciplines represented than any Canadian university of our size. And this, to me, is a crucial feature of who we are, because although we do not know what the solutions are to the major challenges facing us today, we do know this, that none of them will be solved by a single person or by a single discipline, but by many people working together from many disciplines. We are poised to help do that with faculty such as those sitting on the stage before you today who are at the cutting edge of research, scholarly, and artistic work. For these reasons and more, and I wanted to emphasize this, for these reasons and more, we're one of the top 15 research-intensive medical doctoral universities in the country. On his trip out here to begin his work as our first president in 1908, Walter Murray wrote to a friend that we are building for centuries. That's what we will continue to do here, to be a leader in developing local solutions to global problems. I don't say all of this to boast entirely, but to drive home that the degree you all have worked hard to receive today has tremendous value. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a U of S grad, it gets noticed because of the quality of this university being so high and because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots. And also because you haven't just learned a particular area of study, you've learned how to be adaptive in your thinking, to be resilient, to be able someday to solve problems we can't even foresee today. You've learned about excellence, and as I like to think of it, excellence is a transferable skill. And like anything that has tremendous value, it carries with it a great responsibility. In the end, most people in the world can only dream of getting to where you are today, educated, well-read, supported, self-reliant, networked, plugged in. This is not to say that there aren't huge challenges that you face and the rest of us face, but you've worked hard and others have helped to get you to a point where you can now do what? A few closing thoughts on that. You didn't get here by following what everyone else did, agreeing with everything they said, doing everything they asked, and taking the road of least resistance. You weren't here doing all this just to absorb received wisdom. You've done all this work to find your own voice, not to mimic someone else's. Trust yourself now to sing with it. Also, you got here by taking risks, by failing at some things, maybe many things. Even going to university was a risk. You didn't do all this work so that you will live a failure-free life. You've done all this work so that your future failures will be for more important causes, and so that your successes will have more important impacts. And finally, you came here with at least some slight thought in the back of your mind that a university degree will lead to a great job and a lot of money. And it's true that the chances are a lot higher that you will have those things with a degree than without one. But I've always liked this sentence by a writer named Chris Hedges from a book called The Empire of Illusion, that in the end, the measure of a civilization is its compassion, not its ability to consume. And the compassion is not just for others, it's also for yourself. Help out those with less than you've now got, and take it easy on yourself while you're at it. Turns out the two go hand in hand. And if you do get a great job and make lots of money, show even more compassion, make even more of a difference. So in the end, what's all this that you're achieving today about? Only you can really answer that for yourself. But part of it is about being able to contribute to your community, to this province, to this country, to other countries. They all need people with degrees in dentistry and nursing to help build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity, not build a wall against it, a country that responds to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action. We had Justice, now Senator Murray Sinclair, here last fall to speak at a national forum on building reconciliation that gathered together Aboriginal leaders and university leaders and students from across the country. And he said to all of us, and it was memorable, education is the key to reconciliation. Education is the key to reconciliation. And I'm very proud that the U of S is graduating more Aboriginal students this year than it has ever graduated in its history. Think of all of those who can't even imagine having the education you've got. What would they do if they had it? What will you do now that you've got it? How can you give back to everyone who's helped you get it? For me, it has always been about a passion for the idea of a university, a radical experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it. For the John Diefenbakers, Annie Mackays, Roy Romanos, Gerhard Hertzbergs, Hilda Neatbys, Emmett Halls, Cindy Blackstocks, it was about something else. None of them, while at university, knew exactly where they were headed. You can't know that because the world changes too fast, but they knew to listen for some passion to follow, and that became an endless journey. For you, it will be something else. Doesn't matter exactly what it is, just that you're passionate about it and you use it for good. So thanks for listening. That's a long way of saying, I know. Congratulations to our graduands today, to all of those who helped them, and to the families and friends here today. You can be proud that your sons or daughters or friends will not only succeed in their careers, but will contribute to Canada and the world. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, we affectionately call President Stoichev, graduates of 2016, faculty, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and families of our graduates. I am pleased to introduce you to the model of an extraordinary, caring citizen and activist who we should find the courage to emulate. She is a scholar and an advocate whose persistent voice for justice for First Nation children continues to make a difference. Dr. Cindy Blackstock is a teacher, a social worker, a prolific and accomplished writer and researcher, and a leading public and community intellectual who has brought to the world's attention the continuing tragic situations of First Nations children. Speaking from the cold steps of Parliament, from rundown First Nations schools, and from lecture halls across Canada and abroad, she has storied the continuing reality of these children who have been denied basic human rights, education, housing, and their caring families, and inspired us to be vigilant witnesses and active allies. A member of the Gitxsan Nation and Executive Director of the First Nations Child and Family Caring Society, and a tenured Associate Professor at the University of Alberta, Dr. Blackstock earned a BA in Psychology, an MA in Management, and a PhD in Social Work. That education has been applied to ending legal, political, and social complacency about poverty and trauma endured by contemporary First Nations youth. Dr. Blackstock has generated and compellingly shared a vision of a more just society in Canada that values and benefits from Indigenous learning, knowledge, research, multimedia knowledge dissemination, and social movements. Dr. Blackstock, in her many pivotal leadership campaigns, from Shannon's Dream for a School to Jordan's Principle, that ensures First Nation children are treated equally in the health services across jurisdictions, to the Have a Heart Network, has built international solidarity movements and networks for improving the lives of Indigenous children. Because she could not and would not take no to the children of the bureaucratic no to the children when it came to Canada's obligation to provide equal support to First Nations children in education and for children in care, she has succeeded in convincing the court, yet and all over the world, that discriminatory funding below the provincial level is a violation of their human rights. Her example, commitment, and achievements are both humbling and inspiring. Little could be more fitting than for the University of Saskatchewan to honor this remarkable woman and scholar activist at this time. As I speak, we are striving as an institution, community, and nation to respond to the imperative of indigenization. Clearly, the path for us in this process is someone who understands the challenge of reconciliation after the trauma and struggle from Indian residential schools to build a life based on First Nation teachings, languages, cultural teachings, and traditions in contemporary society. Dr. Blackstock is a role model for all of us, but indeed perhaps especially for faculty, as we struggle in the best possible sense to reimagine the post-secondary project in a way that identifies our university as a national, indeed world leader in decolonizing and indigenizing education for the benefit of all of our citizens. Eminent Chancellor, it is my great honor and deep pleasure to present to you and to the class of 2016 and those assembled here on this joyous occasion, Dr. Cindy Blackstock, as the most worthy recipient of an Honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of Saskatchewan.
Welcome to our family. Welcome to our family. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of the Senate of the University, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa and invest you with all the powers, rights, privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Dr. Blackstock.
Thank you, Chancellor. So thank you, Chancellor, President, and graduates, thank you for allowing me to join you on such a special day, and to your families as well. You know, I think it's just right that the skies are blue today, because in my teachings, that's how those who have passed away are able to get a glimpse into the lives of the moments that they are with you, and their spirits are surrounding you, and I have no doubt with such great joy. What a special honor for me to stand on Treaty 7 territory and the home of the Métis Nation on the anniversary of the release of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action, and to be in the company of dentists and nurses who, from this day forward, can shape Canada's healthcare system in ways that every child will always be told, yes, you matter, we love you, and we're going to provide our very best care for you. You know, I see your families and your friends and your partners' love expressed in the flowers they brought for you today, the many pictures that are going to snap when you cross the stage, in the prayers that they send to you, and in the feathers that you hold. Both they send them to you in person and in spirit. And days like this show people like me that love is more powerful than hate, light is more powerful than darkness, and hope is more powerful than the impossible. One of my dear friends, Justice Murray Sinclair, said, one of the most important questions any of us ever gets to ask in life is, who am I and why am I here? What is my life's purpose? And part of that gets answered when we come to a profession. But life often throws us a bit of a surprise. You see, we're often not the masters of what we think our contribution will be. And that certainly was true for me when I graduated from the University of British Columbia back in the 1980s. My destiny was going to be in the middle of the pack. And I was a proud member of the Scared Stiff School of Public Speaking. So how could I ever imagine that I would be before a group of people like you, and I would spend my life in the company of others, both past and present, who believe in a Canada where First Nations children matter and where they deserve equal funding for education, healthcare, and basics like water, and where their cultures are respected and honored, and where their languages are spoken. And how could I have ever imagined that I would need to take the federal government to court to get them to treat children equitably? Thankfully, along this journey, when I was scared, and there was lots of times when I was scared, you know what I was most afraid of wasn't things that are happening outside. I was afraid that I wasn't good enough, that I wouldn't be able to do it. But there was a great poem that my aunt gave me when I was little, and it's called Faith. And I relied on it a lot in those moments when I was called to do something bigger than myself. And it says, faith is when you step across that place where light leads into darkness, there will be something solid to stand on, or you will be taught to fly. And what I've noticed is when I step across that place where light leads into darkness, a lot of heroes appear. And one of my greatest heroes was a young girl named Shannon Kustachin. Shannon Kustachin was born in the Attawapiskat First Nation. Her first language was Cree, and she was fluent in English. A beautiful girl who loved blue flowers. She loved blue flowers and seashells, and she wanted to learn. And when she was 5 years old, the only school in her community was closed because it sat atop a toxic waste dump of over 30,000 gallons of diesel fuel. The federal government brought in portable trailers and put them on the playground of that contaminated school. So where that little 5-year-old, this beautiful little girl and her friends went to kindergarten, was a stone's throw away from a contaminated waste dump, and on the other side, an active airstrip. It was all supposed to be temporary. The trailers weren't built for lasting very long. And by the time Shannon was in grade 4, conditions were so bad that the heat would go off in minus 40-degree temperatures. Their hands were so cold they couldn't hold a pencil. There was black mold contamination, and the doors were frozen shut. Shannon said, children as young as grade 4 are dropping out, but I'm going to do something about it. So she gathered the other children, and she did a YouTube video, and she posted it online. And she was going to, because she believed that people as caring as you and of your friends and your families, if you only knew what was happening to First Nations kids, if you only knew that they wanted to learn and grow up and be someone important like you too, that you would do something to help. And her message was directed to a particular group, and that was children. You can imagine how nervous she was. Would anybody ever write back? But one of those girls in Toronto, 1,200 kilometers south from where she is, she saw her video. And she got out her best piece of stationery, and she writes to Prime Minister Harper. And she says, this is all the stuff I can do in school today, and I don't know why kids in Attawapiskat can't do that. And she wondered if he'd ever write back, but he did. So a big, big, fancy envelope arrives in the mail, and this little girl opens it up, and inside is a 4x6 autograph glossy of the Prime Minister. Now, she wasn't sure what to do, but she took the picture to her friends in her class, and what they decided to do together is that the Prime Minister hadn't answered her question, so they would all line it up against the blackboard. They would have their teacher take a picture, every child would sign it, autograph it, and send it back to the Prime Minister and say, answer the question. Because as Shannon said, school's a time for dreams, and every kid deserves that. And on days like this, I know you know it in your hearts. She dreamed of becoming a lawyer, and she knew at the age of 13 that if she went to the underfunded high school on her reserve, that would never happen. So she moved to a town in New Liskeard, hundreds of miles away from her home, just to get an education. And it was there for the first time in her life that she stands in the hallway of a school. And she was looking at all the things the other students had to learn, things you had to learn, and tears fell down her face. And when she was asked what was wrong, she said, I wish I had my life to live over again so I could go to a school as nice as this. It was only a little while after that, on her way back to school, on May 31st in 2010, that the world lost a hero in an automobile accident. She never saw that school being built, but within 24 hours of her passing, the children that she had inspired, the thousands of children, rose up, and they created a Facebook page called Shannon's Dream. They were going to honor their friend's memory by making sure that they keep writing letters until every First Nations child gets a safe and comfy school and gets an education so they can grow up and be someone important. So if you want to see Shannon's spirit, just show up on Valentine's Day or in June and watch the Prime Minister's mailbox fill up with glitter and letters with blue flowers. And you'll know that she has anointed another generation of reconciliation heroes. You know, Andrew Kustachin, Shannon's dad, he said, real heroes don't create followers. Real heroes create other leaders. And Shannon has created a generation of leaders. But she would not have had to spend her childhood fighting had the government implemented Jordan's Principle, which means First Nations kids can access government services on the same terms as other children. It was named in memory of Jordan River Anderson from Norway House Cree Nation. His mother was from Peter Ballantine First Nation here in Saskatchewan. And he spent over 2.5 years unnecessarily in a hospital while governments fought over who should pay for his at-home care. The federal government said that they agreed with that principle, that no child should wait because of who they were, but they never implemented it. So on January 26th of this year, I was in Ottawa, and a Canadian Human Rights Tribunal found that Canada's failure to implement Jordan's principle was racial discrimination and ordered them to implement it. And I know Shannon was there with us because she understood that reconciliation can sometimes be a tough road, and sometimes governments need more encouragement than perhaps many Canadians. But she always knew, and what we always know, is that kids like Shannon and like Jordan are always worth the sacrifice. They're always worth the effort, and they're always worth the money. And the Truth and Reconciliation Commission asked for all of us a year ago today is to make sure that we don't leave another generation of First Nations children behind. For all of us as a country to rise up to our greater selves and never allow, again, a generation of First Nations children to be told, no, you don't get as much as other kids because of who you are. So let you be the generation of healthcare providers, that first generation, who says absolutely yes to First Nations children, who provides your greatest heart and your greatest care. And it won't always be easy. You'll run up against some of the bureaucratic hurdles I have, and Shannon did too. You'll be afraid, and you'll be uncertain, but do it anyway. Because if you do, it's not if you do, when you do, I think there's a little girl somewhere up there who loves blue flowers, who will be your hero when you step across that place where light leads into darkness. Warmest congratulations. Shannon would be proud of all of you. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this University that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduands in the front row please rise and come to the platform? As you make your way forward, I'll just let you know how the conferring of degrees will unfold. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience as the hood will be put over your shoulders. Once you've been hooded, proceed to the first podium where the orator will present each of you by name. Once your name has been announced, proceed to shake the Chancellor's hand, and the Chancellor then tells you that you have been admitted to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You will then continue across the platform to be greeted by the President and your Dean or Associate Dean of the College, and to receive your parchment from them. As you go down the steps, you will be welcomed as new members of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association by a representative of the association.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Dentistry, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine. I present to you Hamad Abdulamir, Dania Alkani, David Allport. Richard Andrews. Dylan Barker. Jennifer Bozek. Danielle Briere. Anna Burns. Andrew Davidson. Michael Goldie. Danielle Gray. Evan Jarvie. Jade Keogh. Joshua Kirkpatrick. Samantha Kirkpatrick. Alyssa Kamada. Aaron Kotelko. Michael Lamb. Josh Marshall. Tatiana Novoselova. Chad Peterson. Kelsey Ross. Stephanie Schneer. Chelsea Trudeau. Thank you. Shane Van Biesen. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I present to you Brittany Michelle Adams. Courtney Dawn Aiken with distinction. Nastasia Lindsay Anderson. Hyun Ah Bay with distinction. Lauren Angelina Berg with distinction. Megan Zelia Dawn Bagley. Jessica Lynn Danielle Bayer. Rebecca Lee Ballon. Tanya Lauren Anna Baxter with distinction. Kara Lynn Dawn Bear. Ashley Dawn Bell with great distinction. Marie Louise Belt with distinction. Carly Ann Belzevic with great distinction. Stephanie Claire Betka with distinction. Kelsey Renee Bighead. Amy Dawn Brad with distinction. Janelle Isabella May Bronner with distinction. Vanessa Lois Jean Brost. Taylor Ray Buckle with distinction. Jennifer Jerry Ann Burham. Melissa Cameron. Ashley Campbell. Tara Ashley Carriere. Janelle Marie Cave with distinction. Brittany Say. Pierre Robert Shabbat. Courtney Renee Chanot. Susan Jane Hill Chalmers with great distinction. Esther Ponvili Shanterivong. Hyun Jung Cho. Emily Chow with great distinction. Bailey Patricia Clark with great distinction. Monica Unca Costa. Rachel Kimberly Coulthard with distinction. Jennifer Marie Cricket with distinction. Amanda Jean Victoria Coulinaire with distinction. Amanda Curry. Jessica Erin David with distinction. Heidi Rochelle Dirksen with distinction. Michaela Marie Dillato. Emma Joanne Duncan with distinction. Kendra Eileen Dick with distinction. Brittany Kirsty Elliott with distinction. Allison Renee Farrell with distinction. Zara Shiraz Ali Fazal. Athea Elizabeth Fernandez with distinction. Molly Ray Elizabeth Findley. Amanda Lee Fisher. Lauren Marley Fladiger. Samuel Gavin Flores Richards with distinction. Christine Flynn James. Katie Maria Fornwald with great distinction. Nicholas Leonard Foth with distinction. Elena Ruth Fowley Neufeld with distinction. Taylor Ann Fraser with great distinction. Stephen Clinton Fraser. JC Dakota Jane Frymark. Andrea Marie Fry with great distinction. Kara May Friesen with distinction. Kelsey Brianne Friesen with distinction.
Crystal Deanne Maria Gaybrush. Chantel Deanne Maria Gaybrush. My apologies. Lindsay Catherine Geisler. Ryan Geisler. Mandy Noreen Nicole Janai. Mandy Elaine Jenkins with distinction. Jordan Nicole Gervais. Russell Lloyd Getzlaff. Alyssa Dawn Gibson. Taylor Jordan Shelby Giles with distinction. Cassidy Amanda Gordeau. Margaret Teresa Green with distinction. Maya Gruich. Taylor Alexandra Gulka. Betty Ha. Rylan Neal Haas with great distinction. Sarah Jane Haight. Dana Lynn Haynes with distinction. Caitlin Ann Hankey with distinction. Marie Therese Harrison with distinction. Ariel Okar with distinction. Amber Hine. Paige Odelia Marie Henry with distinction. Kirsty Marion Ray Hinkowich with distinction. Jessica Lynn Hess. Thank you. Amy Colleen Holba with distinction. John Hall Holgate. Candace Marie Heiser with distinction. Alan James Hundaby with distinction. Jamie Lynn Inkson. Rebecca Diane Jackson. Jolene Amber Jansen. Bethany Joyce Johnson. Sheena Sherry Johnson with distinction. Hannah Jane Karpluk with distinction. Fiorina Kifley. Michaela Marie Clausen. Thank you. Darian Karen Klinger. Terry Lynn Koshin. Amanda Claire Colbinson. Whitney Morgan Kowalik. Thank you. Michael Gunnar Kopchenko with distinction. Jeannie Isabella Cush. Thank you. Erin Ashley Marie Labby with distinction. Sandra Germaine Lafreniere. Kayla Amanda Lavalley. Taylor Lane Lavalley. Katie Raylene Leconte with distinction. Nicole Lee. Wen Dan Liang. Angela Kathleen Lindgren. Erica Lynn Lowe with distinction. Christy Ann Luke. Erica Marie Lustig. Caroline Shuka Makatange. Kaylee Shea McDonald. Charlene Mary McDonald. Francesca Massara. Carly Jacqueline Maria McKinnon. Abimanu Madden with distinction. Priyanka Yuraj Mahajan with distinction. Jessica Norma Moroniak with distinction. Ashley Christine Martin with distinction. Sadaf Mastour. Tori Maxwell. Ashley Lucinda McIntyre with distinction. Deborah Mackay. Raymond Clifford Lyle Mackay. Mackay. Sorry. Janet Maggie McKenzie. Celeste May McKinney. Delaney Brianne Menzies. Megan Elizabeth Mercer. Trina Alfreda Mariles with distinction. Kelly Ann Meyer. Alicia Wynn Middlebrook with distinction. Heather Ashley Milsom with great distinction. Holly Danielle Minish with great distinction. Olivia Jessica Marie Morasti. Allison Mackenzie Mitchell. Inonge Mianda Malecki. Deanna Marie Nelson. Bailey Beverly Nicolason.
Chiamaka Obiagwu. Lacey Lee Ostreicher with distinction. Connor Stephen James Ogren. Shane Emily Olexon with distinction. Kelsey Ray Olson. Kira Marie Olson with great distinction. Amy Noelle Panel Haugen. Kyle William Parton with distinction. Chantel Marie Paul with distinction. Melanie Ann Penner. Angela Kathleen Peregrine with distinction. Sarah Pinto Pereira, with distinction. Brooklyn Ray Christie Potter. Jamie Lynn Prochnow, with distinction. Joshua David Ward Pinton. Morgan Michelle Pitlack. Taylor Adele Razaborski. Kalissa Ratzlaff, with distinction. Alexis Elizabeth Reed. Megan Ann Reach, with distinction. Tara Irene Marie Renault, with distinction. Mackenzie Ann Reynolds. Cindy Lucarda Rorquist. Courtney Rosenberg. Megan Allison Ross. Martin Gabriel Roy. Stephanie Marie Sands. Savannah Raylyn Saar, with distinction. Erica Lynn Sauer, with distinction. Brooke Alyssa Schappert. Megan Lynn Schenner. Randy Schmeichel. Spencer Gabrielle Schmidt. Kathleen Marie Schneider. Kaylee Arlene Schwan, with distinction. Mariana Sadak. Chelsea Taylor Seibel, with distinction. Just pause for a moment. Shalane May Sharples. Just wait a moment. Ginger Shaw. Jamie Lynn Sitch. Tennille M. Smith. Tanya Marie Smood. Misha Elise Sojonki, with great distinction. Ashley Ann Jeanette Soroka, with distinction. Julie Ann Spizaka. Sarah Elizabeth Boulin Sprout, with distinction. Kimberly Nicole Stevens, with distinction. Cassidy Miran Stevenson, with distinction. Brianna Nadine Stewart, with distinction. Stacy Ann Johanna Suick. Megan Janelle Suki. Kendra Lynn Surprenant. Ashley Taylor Swan Garrow. Pauline Yin Tam, with distinction. Lauren Catherine Tansom. Danielle Brooklyn Thurston, with distinction. Keona Renee Tiefenbach. Kayla Brooke Tomporowski, with great distinction. Amanda Colleen Tommen. Caitlin Nicole Toporowski. Amy Lauren Tweedy, with distinction. Shailene May Tinning. Trent Peter Vanderlinde. Brittany Marie Visvanathan. Megan M. Vogelsang, with distinction. Kaylee Ashlyn Wazalik. Alana Eileen Webster, with distinction. Paige Webster, with distinction. Karena Ann Weiler, with distinction. Michelle Catherine Weir, with distinction. Shemaine Joy Wellman, with distinction. Emily Jean Marie Whitaker, with distinction. Tatum Taylor Wildeman, with distinction. Allison Krista Wiley. Laura Margaret Willems, with distinction. Victoria Kathleen Wilkaszewski. Lindy Ray Willard. Jillian Mary Jean Wilmot, with great distinction. Taylor Dawn Wileyman. Megan Lou Woods. Carrie Lynn Young, with distinction. Keely Courtney Zimmer, with great distinction. Kelsey Ann Ziola, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars from the College of Nursing and ask that you will confer on them the postgraduate degree specialization certificate. I present to you Janelle Marie Hubig. Marjorie Louise Walters. Eminent Chancellor, On behalf of the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars from the College of Nursing and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Nursing. I present to you Priya Bandera, Shelley Jean Brown, Leanne Angelle Fauché Sinclair, Jenna Helen Alice Foster, Tracy Lynn Gabriel, Melanie Jill Goodwin, Maggie Kate Kennedy, Jessica Elizabeth May Key, Tracy Doreen King, Dana Allison Lasco, Melissa Lynn McEwen, Philip Donald Joseph McGee, Agatha Olufunka Ogun Karodi, Crystal Dawn Olson, Heather Rebecca Plaxton, Curtis Rod Pohl, Kelsey Dawn Siegel, Eileen Megan Smith, just pause for a moment. Rena Pauline Sutherland, Sherry Lanalee Timmermans, Michelle Gail Turek, Jelaine Caro Patrice Zadunik, Andrea Ray Zimmer. Please join me in congratulating all of these graduates on their certificates and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees and certificates be granted.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Dentistry, it is my pleasure to award this year's recipient of the Faculty of Dentistry's Gold Medal Award, Dr. Stephanie Schneer. Look at this girl's radiant smile. Was not evident that often during 4 years of her education. Rather, a tightly clenched, set jaw, just this much below going postal most of the time. It's amazing what successfully graduating will do. The Gold Medal in Dentistry is awarded to the graduating student who combines the ability to synthesize academic and clinical performance and achieves the highest overall academic standing over our 4-year program. Stephanie has accomplished this and has received numerous scholarships and awards over her years of study. Stephanie was born and raised in Toronto, and not for a minute, we did not hold that against her one bit. She always wanted to be a dentist. She grew up with her 3 best friends, 2 sisters, 1 brother, who kept her busy and made her laugh. Stephanie watched her mom combine the art and science of dentistry to change people's lives. And after 3 years of undergraduate study at York University, her dream came true and she was admitted to our college in the fall of 2012. Throughout dental school, Stephanie says she has met some of the most funniest, generous, and caring people ever and would not give them up for the world. Beyond her education, she's also gained a family and learned more about herself than she ever thought possible, including, this is amazing, how to do laundry and use a dishwasher. And she's pretty sure her parents are excited about that. Upon leaving us, Stephanie will practice dentistry in Toronto, but she also plans to devote some time to practicing in Northern Ontario's underserved communities. In her spare time, Stephanie is looking forward to getting back to her old hobbies of darkroom photography and playing tennis, as her hobby for the last 4 years has been studying. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Faculty of Dentistry Gold Medal Award winner, Dr. Stephanie Schneer.
Can I ask Bailey Clark to come up, please? Hi, Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, and honored guests, and our faculty who are here, and all of our students today, and particularly moms and dads and siblings. I'm very pleased to present the most distinguished graduate of the College of Nursing, Ms. Bailey Clark, the recipient of the W.S. Lindsay Gold Medal in Nursing and the University Prize in Nursing. Bailey was born in Melfort and grew up in the small community of Arborfield in northeast Saskatchewan. After high school, Bailey moved to Saskatoon and completed her pre-professional year in the College of Arts and Science at the U of S in 2013, and she was admitted to the BSN program in the College of Nursing at the Saskatoon site. Bailey consistently demonstrated high academic achievement and exceptional clinical nursing skills throughout her nursing program. When asked why she desired to pursue nursing, Bailey explained that while she was in grade 11, her grandmother was on the oncology unit at Royal University Hospital. And it was during that time that Bailey realized that she wanted to be a nurse. Bailey was struck by the compassionate care her grandmother, as well as her family, received. Nurses who took their time and explained things so that her grandmother and her family could understand. And this made a world of difference to them during a very difficult situation. In particular, Bailey recalled a nursing student who went above and beyond, and how impactful this safe and compassionate care was to the quality of life of her grandmother during this difficult time. Many of Bailey's nursing instructors would agree that she has indeed become the same kind of nurse that she herself witnessed so many years ago. Bailey is currently working as a graduate nurse at St. Paul's Hospital on 5A surgery. Her plans for now include passing the NCLEX exam and yeah, no fooling, that's an interesting one. In my day, we wrote 5 Canadian exams and 5 Michigan exams to work in the US. But anyway, in the future, she hopes to nurse on labor and delivery, which in fact was an area I always wanted to do, never quite got there. Bailey graduates today with great distinction and is a most worthy recipient of the rewards for our most distinguished nursing graduate in the spring of 2016 Convocation, and we are proud to have her as part of the profession of nursing. We want to welcome her to the profession. We hope you'll return and do some graduate studies at some point in time, and really want to offer her our warmest congratulations. And we have goodies. This is also for you. And this is for you. Yeah, all the best.
Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, platform participants, graduates, and guests. Good afternoon. My name is Grit McCreath. I'm a proud U of S alumna, and today I'm representing the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. I am so delighted to congratulate all of you, the class of 2016. And welcome each of you as our association's newest members. As Dr. Seuss said, yay you. The spring 2016 Convocation ceremonies mark an important time in our Alumni Association history. We are celebrating our 100-year anniversary this year, and we've officially reached 150,000 members. You have been students on this gorgeous campus for a relatively short time, but you are alumni for a lifetime. Today is all about you and the work you've done to get this far. I encourage you to breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that your hard work, long hours, many cups of coffee, and Red Bull have paid off. Take a moment to soak it in and then celebrate this moment. You are all experiencing change at an unprecedented and ever-accelerating rate from every walk of life. Technologically, socially, economically. You will take on challenges in today's world that don't even exist yet, and we can't yet begin to imagine. Your knowledge, your experiences, and your relationships will help you along your way and assist you to help build vibrant lives and, in turn, vibrant communities. It is my hope for you that you will find big joy in whatever path you choose, and that you never stop your thirst for knowledge that you acquired here. Always be curious, always be searching, and always strive to know more. Please stay in touch with us as you go on to do great things. You are an inspiration to each other and forever a member of the U of S family. Congratulations to all of you, and welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association.
Anse, na skumpna BMIT ektetam Scott na agakyo, Blaine Fable Sigasun. My name is Blaine Fable, and in my language, the Cree language of Treaty 6 territory. I was just teasing Cindy here privately.
Too much time in Alberta.
Yeah, well, Alberta's great too, but not as good as Saskatchewan. Clearly, for sure, the football team anyways. But I'd like to thank a few platform guests. MLA Bronwyn Iyer, thank you for joining us this morning. President Stoichev, Provost Ernie Barber there in the blue is the legend. He's actually the guy that makes the university run. He's very humble, so I've acknowledged him twice this week, which is probably twice too many times for his comfort. I'd like to first congratulate the graduands from nursing and dentistry. Thank you for participating in this afternoon's ceremony, the families that are here, the relatives. Thank you for joining us. It's been a special afternoon and a special ending to what has been a special week graduating the class of 2016 for the University of Saskatchewan. I wanted to make a couple comments about this afternoon's gathering. One, the honor song was sung for you this afternoon by the Buffalo Boys Drum Group. It's part of the efforts of the university to recognize the Indigenous people of the prairies of this region. And the song is sung for special occasions. It's sung for those that have achieved greatness, those that have stood themselves out and made accomplishments that are worthy of recognition. So in your travels, as your life unfolds, if you hear that music again in your future, remember that we sang it here for you today, and that we joined you today in putting you forward and lifting you up and honoring you. I'd like to also a couple comments about our new member of our alumni as well, Dr. Blackstock. We're more than honored, and we're humbled to have such a great Canadian join our faculty. So thank you very much for indulging us and being here. She is a courageous and fearless woman who, what she didn't talk about in the openings is that she was actually under investigation. All of this time that she was advocating for Indian children that were not getting the funding to go to school or not getting the funding to go to child welfare services that all the other kids in Canada were enjoying, that she was under investigation for CSIS. And they They tapped her phones. They did everything they could to prevent her from championing what is so obviously a human right and justice. So I'd like to thank Cindy for her courage and for sticking to it. A young lady walked across the stage here as we were conversing, and she walked by and she shook Dr. Blackstock's hand and she said, "I would like to be with you. I would like to be like you in the future." And I'd like to say to that young lady that courage and fearlessness is timeless, and live it every day. And I think that every day as you go forward as graduates into this society and you see injustice, you see racism, you see poverty, you see things that aren't right, that violate your moral conscience and your views of what it is to be a Canadian and a person of this province, stand forward and stand up for the right, stand up for the good, bring the light forward, push the darkness aside. And I'd like to think that you do so single-handedly, with courage and with determination. One of Cindy Blackstock's statements that resonated with me and touched me was her statement to think about the children, which is, as a former chief and as a former leader of my own people, is what the elders taught me. They said not to think about yourself, but to think about the people that you're trying to help and work hard for them and have courage, because they need your courage. They need you to lift them up. And that is my wish for this graduating class as you go forward, is to have that single-mindedness of purpose. And that single-mindedness of purpose that you will demonstrate as you go forward is something I hope that you've witnessed here at this university, and that you recognize and take a moment to reflect as you go forward, that determination, that pursuit of excellence animates the people on this stage. It animates the researchers, it animates the professors, it animates the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. This is a good university. It is a jewel on the prairies. It is important for this country. For the work that is happening at this university, for the Global Institute for Food Security, the Global Institute for Water Security, they're tackling the most challenging issues of humanity. This is a global issue. The world is changing. We're running out of arable land, we're running out of food, and the environment is changing. It's changing all around us, and the world will be looking to the University of Saskatchewan for these answers. The country will be looking to the University of Saskatchewan for answers on how to deal with Indigenous people, and they will learn very quickly that it's not a zero-sum game. It's not help those people, hurt those people. It's if we lift each other up, we all benefit, and that's the message of Cindy Blackstock, and I think that's the message I'd like to leave with you today. So thank you very much for spending time with us. We look forward to following your great success. You're part of this very proud institution. I'm proud of this institution. I've gotten a great pleasure and honor to be your chancellor for about 3 years now, and my term is coming to an end. And I love this university, and I hope that you love it as much as I do, and you support it as much as all of the people on this stage do, and the 150,000 people that have gone before you. So this brings our convocation ceremony to close. We're going to say some thank yous. I'd like to thank Darren Olerking from the University Wind Orchestra. They performed for us all week. They do an amazing job. They're one of the top wind orchestras in the country, and they perform across North America. And he told me privately, that he dedicated the song Quiet Courage to all the young ladies that were trying to tiptoe across the stage in their high heels. No, I'm just kidding. So thank you, Darren. I'd like to thank our signer, Tyler Burgess, our vocalist, Daniel Sanche, the drum group Buffalo Boys, our university chaplain, Mr. Bala Mathswamy. That was an inspiring opening to our convocation ceremonies. And lastly, Daniel Rudele, the convocation coordinator, and all the members of her team in making these ceremonies a success. Let's thank all of these people. I have a few functions as a chancellor, and they give me really easy instructions so I don't screw up. And one of the things that they tell me that is on the legislation is I'm supposed to say, I admit you, I admit you, I admit you. And I've said that, I think, about 3,000 times this week. And near the end, my tongue was starting to get unravelly. And I think I told a few of you that I miss you. And so, and we will miss you. We truly will miss you. So thank you very much for indulging me this afternoon. Have a great afternoon. God bless. Safe travels to wherever you may go.
Thank you.